Howdy, everybody. Welcome to Liberty Libations number 149. My name is Jake Green, joined as usual by Nick Ciesielski, Alden, Hardee, and Zane, Placie. Y'all got some sad news. I think this is the final episode with Candle in the Dark as our theme song.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a shakeup.
I
like
the audience was hoping that you were going to say this is our final episode.
No,
we're going to cut it off right before 150, right before that semi-milestone. Just
there we go.
No more.
Yep. Now the owner, Casey Sabol, his whole producer thing has changed, the credits and everything, and what it takes to actually use that song. And so Spotify will remove every single episode that we use that song on.
From this point forward, or even retroactively? Like
from this point, from last week forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess we got to use the outro theme as the intro now.
No, we don't.
Maybe we can acapella.
Yeah, I think we should make our own, and I think Zane should lead us in song and the writing of it.
The problem is that if I just do an acapella version of Candle in the Dark, it'll sound so good that the algorithm will flag it anyway.
That's exactly right. That's exactly what would happen.
You can voice the guitar parts so accurately that it shows up the same to the AI. Yeah.
There are people who can do that, which is unbelievable.
That's insane, yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to see that you're indoors this week, Jake.
I'm back in the phone booth.
Like you're in a coffin.
I'm back in that phone booth that I did it from a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm here for a wedding. Here for a wedding and see some folks. Alden, you're too far away for me to see you unless you come to the Great Create, which is a week from Saturday in Ackworth, Georgia. Anybody who wants to go check out an awesome libertarian event, I guess it's less libertarian and more just like homesteading, self-reliance.
It shares some of the same principles that are, the founding corners of like the culture of libertarianism, I think. But
yeah, and it's a fantastic time. Highly recommend the greatcreate.org. Go check, or greatcreate.com. I can never remember. Anybody know?
Maybe it's net.
No idea. I don't know. Zane, you going?
Yeah, I'll be there.
It's the greatcreate.org, everybody. Go check it out. Get your tickets. Tickets are very affordable. It's a full day of a ton of fun activities and speeches. And Grumpy, what the crap, man? Grumpy's not going to Great Create. That's the first time, I think.
Grumpy, you got campaigning to do there.
You do, man. You got to win over the entirety of LP Georgia in order to solidify y'all's seat on as chair and vice chair. Okay, we skipped over this. Nick, what are you drinking tonight, man?
I got this Sierra Nevada rum barrel aged quad. So we're down in the bottle tonight. It's one of those nights.
Love it. Zane, what do you got, man?
I've got some hot apple cider spiced with apple cinnamon rum.
There we go.
That's really similar to what I have. I have iced cider with rum. It's funny.
Nice.
But does yours have Pusser's rum?
No,
I don't. I can't imagine Zane buying a bottle of rum that says Pussers.
It's fantastic rum, honestly.
I'm afraid I really can't have that on my shelf.
What would my parents think?
I'm drinking Woodford Reserve tonight.
There's Mount Gay rum too, if you want to really spice it up.
Can you put that right next to Pusser's rum?
Yeah, Mount Gay and Pusser's in the same cocktail. Is that legal? Sorry, go ahead, Jake. What do you
think? Got to work. Oh, I'm just drinking Woodford Reserve tonight. I stole from the people's house I'm staying at right now. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Your former house?
No, I don't want to be friends with those people because they destroyed half the house and I want to punch them in the frickin' face. I won't because of the nap and because that's literally the only reason. I would, if it was morally acceptable, I would have punched this woman dead in the face.
What'd they do to the house?
We had this stunning magnolia in the front yard that we hollowed out the inside lower branches. So like the upper branches still hung down to the ground. And so it created this cave within the tree. And then we mounted a TV in there, put chairs in there, put a fire pit in there. And it was like the neighborhood hangout spot.
That's pretty sick.
Where people
was, I guess.
Watch every game there. We'd watch movies. We'd have events there. Day one, they destroyed the tree.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Everything in it.
Why?
Because she doesn't like, she said she doesn't like nature.
Then why did you live with, there's a wood line behind that house? Like,
oh, dude, the number of questions we got about that wood. She goes, I just feel like people are going to come crawling over the fence and crawling through my backyard and get into the house.
Yeah, you're going to get fucked by a werewolf one night. That's definitely
dude,
what happened. Like,
dude, it was wild. I was like, yeah, no, we put up the fence back there. Like, we did everything back there. And she's like, you've been all the way to the back of that yard? I was like, what?
This is like Samwise Gamgee. Like, I take one more step, it'll be the farthest away from home I've ever been.
But at least he did it.
Yeah, see, there you go.
You should have sold to someone else.
Dude, that's my biggest gripe. We're off on a big tangent right now.
Yes, we are.
My biggest gripe with today's real estate world is you do not get to vet or meet the people that are buying your home. So if you live in a community where you all share values and you all get along and everything, the agents will do everything in their power to keep you two from meeting because they want the sale to go through, because that's, financially it's more beneficial for you. But I really wanted to leave the cul-de-sac, in like some type of cohesive state. Mm-hmm. And that just didn't happen, and it's extremely depressing.
The people we bought from, and I wish I hadn't been. So it doesn't always work.
You have nightmares about the people you bought from?
Okay. Right now I'm gutting this bathroom in here, and I've besmirched their name 40 times a day as I keep peeling back onion layers of hell in this fucking bathroom. But
we did that with our first house. A guy named Ralph flipped it, and so every time we discover something new, we just say, "Freaking wreck it, Ralph."
I like that. Also, the name Ralph is a word for like retching,
puking,
like barfing,
yeah.
And so like it has this like just a nauseating quality associated with it.
Yes, it does. All right. Well, we're going to get into the first. We're going to get into the first topic. We're going to watch a video about Ireland first, and then we're going to get into the American welfare system, which is losing its mind right now. So here's the first clip of the evening.
Breaking news, coolest news I've heard probably all year. Ireland, go on the Irish, are making it so that artists get $1,500, probably they're getting euros instead, per month, just for doing their art. And my hypothesis, my guess, my prediction is that this is going to lead to a massive outpouring of exceptional art from Ireland. It's a pretty common trope that most artists are broke, and so they have to get jobs to put food on the table and pay the rent. And therefore, they have very little time for their craft. If you're working 10 or 12 hours a day at a restaurant, at a bar, at a cafe, at a clothing store, like I did when I was an artist, I worked at Uniqlo, then how are you going to be spending the required time to become truly exceptional at your craft? What other domain is that possible? It's not possible in business, not possible in sports. You have to commit. And so this allows artists to commit, to hone their craft, to get better, to make better art, and to become truly prolific. So I think there's going to be a massive outpouring of incredible stuff. It's just going to raise the bar. And I'm incredibly excited to see this because I think that artists are undervalued. I don't think we give them enough respect or enough weight to the impact they have on culture.
So
I literally thought this was parody.
Dude,
so did I.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I thought this was parody until his like second paragraph of speaking.
Yeah, when I was like going, and I'm like, this isn't satire. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I was watching this, I was like, sweet, this is great. This guy knows what's up. And then he got to his second section where he starts really defending it.
Yeah.
This is going to do the opposite of what he just said. Ireland is going to create the opposite of art now. People are going to become artists
Yeah.
overnight, and you're going to have so many people not doing any real art and just spending the government's money. It's going to be a joke. Like nothing good will come from this.
I think it'll be like there will be some good pieces buried in there, but the amount, just an out of the woodwork inpouring of people that are gonna, file for this or whatever and produce just something to show that they're an artist or whatever, I think is going to just bury it. I don't think it's going to be like just this Renaissance resurgent wave of art in Ireland. Yeah. I'm not saying there won't be some people that are going to be able to maybe produce something, but I think the larger effect, like quantitatively speaking, is going to be poorer art.
Well, dude, historically, this isn't how it worked. Like you don't fund 10,000 artists and hope something good comes from it. Somebody found Michelangelo. Michelangelo had benefactors that funded his life and funded his art. Those people found Michelangelo because he was talented, not just let's just throw a bunch of cash and see what sticks to the wall. Like the guy was already talented, and so that is how he got funded. You don't just give a whole bunch of dumb 18 to 30-year-olds a bunch of cash every month and expect them to make good art. Grumpy does better. I guarantee you the stuff coming from Grumpy's Twitter account is better than 99% of the stuff that will come out of Ireland in the next 10 years.
Well, let's be honest here. The reason that the broke artist trope is so prolific is because most art is trash.
That is, very
most art being put out today is trash. You don't have that many, I can't think of it, I don't know art, but you don't have that many really, really masterful artists out there, sculptors, painters. I guess you kind of see a little bit going around, but so much of that stuff is not anything that's going on. And the model of it is finding a patron, is finding a patron, some rich guy who's like, I appreciate your art. I'm going, you go and you get commissions. If you just think you're going to make money by producing whatever you feel like and then taking it down to the local art show and trying to sell it to someone on the street, that's not the way to make money. And also, now that we live in the day of social media where, anyone can get reach, if you're actually talented, you can be putting that out there on social media, getting attention, getting commissions that way. And this is just a way to, I guess, it's just a way to subsidize, I'd say it's the liberal arts degree, Starbucks baristas who, believe they're artists and,
the good people find the funding. Like, every filmmaker is this way. Like Christopher Nolan, that dude he made his first movie with no money. Like, the good artists who are actually dedicated to the craft will find a way to make it work, and giving people money will incentivize them to not do it.
I think it's complicated too, because like Nick was saying that, most artists are trash. I also think most consumers of art are trash. Like, I think most people have bad taste, and that honestly keeps bad art in vogue, honestly, like in circulation. When people pay $10 for shitty art when you could pay $100 for better art, like, because it's one thing if you just don't have the $100 for it or whatever, but if you genuinely like the fucking Walmart, it came in the frame fucking art, like, I'm sorry, that's trash. Like, but there's lots of people that consume trash art, like, and so I think it's a two-sided problem.
Yeah,
because if we genuinely as consumers valued better art, then I think the better art, the cream would rise to the top, kind of a thing. But most people don't know what the cream is, like, and so it's a messy situation, honestly, in terms of it's not just like your normal consuming in goods kind of situation. Like, look at some of the artists we revere today. They died penniless in their day, and we were like, wait, they were a fucking genius. And then, but like, no one bought Van Gogh's art. His brother was the only person that bought his fucking art. Like,
join the club, Grumpy.
Yeah.
What do you got to say, Zane? Hang on, let Zane go.
So a couple of things on this. First of all, universal basic income for artists means universal basic income for everyone. Because all you have to do to be an artist is to say that you are, unless they're going to come up with some criteria for proving that you're an artist, which obviously anyone who's politically progressive enough to be implementing this policy to begin with couldn't bear the conservatism of saying that there are objective criteria to what makes you an artist or what is art. So they certainly can't have that. So all the homeless people are just going to say, well, I'm an artist now. Please give me the money. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a very real hole in the plan, yeah.
The other thing is that to produce the good art, you actually want the artist to be broke. You want to restrict art because there's a very low market demand for art. So the way you ensure that only the very select few people are pursuing art in proportion to the amount of demand that there is for it is the people that the art that they want to produce is just bursting out of them so feverishly that they're willing to be broke. They're willing to be restaurant servers for 10 to 12 hours a day because that's just how badly they have to make their art.
I thought you
are giving the universal basic income to anyone that's an artist, well, you're going to get people that's like, yeah, I like to finger paint. That sounds pretty nice. Nobody needs the art of someone that's doing a half-hearted job at the art. That's not, and to get into the economics a little bit, Alden, I suppose I would say it's not really different than the market demand for any other type of good. You can say that people in general have bad taste, and I'm sure that's true in a way, but also they're just buying the art that they like. You're perfectly free to say, well, the people shouldn't like that art because bad, and they should like this art because better. That's fine. All I'm saying is that from the perspective of the people buying bad art,
right, in that way.
They're still purchasing what they find.
But you just brought up the criteria for what qualifies art as good, and I think most people wouldn't know that. And if you buy a car and it breaks down in a year and it's irreparable, we call it a lemon. And there's these tangible, concrete things for certain goods where it's this vehicle is better than this vehicle. Over time, it holds its value better because this is the CRV or something it's where it's just it holds its value better because it doesn't have as many problems as other cars. This is something that we can just measure. I'm not saying it's the best car on earth, but this is just a trend. And art just doesn't have that same, because it's just taste and appeal to someone, but it doesn't it's not going to burn a hole in your wall or some crazy thing. So it doesn't have that same risk factor where you can concretely evaluate it more easily. But it doesn't mean that some art isn't better than others. But
in conclusion, I think we should all move to Ireland and get paid to make this podcast because
I'll let you know how it goes. Yeah.
Well, what if we just incorporated in Ireland? Would that work? The way Apple does?
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah,
dude, that is so interesting. That is so. Could I just incorporate this show in Ireland and then we all get $1,500 a month for this thing?
We got to split it though.
Well, it just goes to funding the show and growing our reach. But yeah, it's.
Dude,
I thought Zane was going to make the point when you started talking that we want artists to be poor for more of a qualitative approach of it's the anguish of being poor that creates good art or some shit,
I'll make that argument.
Yeah.
All right.
They need to feel pain. They need to feel something. But
I kind of agree with that.
But
go ahead, Nick.
Yeah. So, there isn't a huge market on paintings and stuff like that. Rich people like them. People who have money want to pay money for quality art, and then the rest of it kind of falls out. But besides hanging on the wall, the only other use of art is investments and using that as whole tax avoidance strategies and stuff like that.
And maybe
money
laundering.
That might be the best use of art that there is.
For money laundering?
To avoid taxes.
Oh, I really think that the CIA has gotten involved in the high art world, and I think that they funded and promoted people like Jackson Pollock and Andy Warhol over the years, and basically made this certain kind of art or whatever, and helped build up high art so that you can charge millions and millions of dollars for one piece, because there's an international money laundering and sex trafficking kind of a ring, and it helps you disguise money trading hands across the world. This is a weird theory that I've been working on over the years.
Well, there's part of it is being that value is subjective. You know,
Exactly.
you buy art at a price. You go to your buddy, an appraiser, who goes, this is actually worth this much more.
Right.
And so you've got that paper gain, and then you go and donate it and say, oh, look, I donated this thing at this higher price and to this institution, and now I get a tax write-off on this. And
Yeah. Damien Hirst pissed in a flower vase, and now it's worth $10 million, and someone bought it, and it's too easy to just call something out of thin air just worth $10 million now. Like,
Alden, Grumpy doesn't trust either one of us, man.
that's okay. I don't trust people that went to art school either.
I don't trust the people that went.
I don't
to
trust
art school
myself.
when I went to school.
Well,
Hell, I only went in the building, and it's a beautiful building. I only went in there one time in my 4 years, and everyone that looked at you like they knew you didn't belong when you walked in there.
Like a record scratch moment.
Yeah, it was.
all I heard you just say was, "It's a beautiful building. No one
No,
recognized me."
I mean, it's an absolutely beautiful building. You walk in there, and everyone goes, "They're not art students." And they can
I
just
had like
tell
the
that you
inverse
belong there.
situation like that, where I walked into a place in like North Georgia in the mountains, like trying to find a place to eat lunch after we went to like get cider or whatever. And we walked into a place that was like a real little local dive bar kind of a thing. And every head in there turned and looked at us, and we were like, you know what? I think I'm going to eat somewhere else. Like, it was a weird vibe. Like,
Now, like, I had a similar experience, like walking into certain places in the computer science building, but like it's like they had certain ones scoped out that were for like the computer science people, where they posted up, and we were looking for a piece of software at one point, and we walked in, and it smelled terrible in there, and there was like a plastic sword laying in the middle of the room, and everyone just looks at you like you don't belong
what was the
here.
smell?
BO,
Body odor.
obviously. Yeah.
Oh,
Body odor, yeah, for sure. So this whole conversation reminded me of this video, which I think Alden will appreciate. Zane and Nick might, but definitely Alden will.
Vincent, we just had a really good meeting with the clients.
So they bought the painting?
They are super happy with the overall direction. They just had a couple of small suggestions. So they found the tone to be just a touch dark, but they had a great little solve, I think.
Well, I'd love to hear how they want to solve my painting.
Can you make it a sunny day?
The title of the painting is Starry Night.
Let me do the top.
Hey, Frida.
What's up?
Listen, we just wanted to pop by real quick. The client loved the painting. They're just a little hung up on the forehead area.
Okay.
And we'll push back on that. But apparently the CMO showed her husband.
I don't get it.
He finds it
Unrelatable.
Sorry, Vincent. We just got back from testing and your painting failed.
How can a painting fail?
Would you agree with this statement? This painting makes me feel more comfortable about the plague.
No. Frida, hi. So we connected with the clients and they totally get that it's a self-portrait. They just had a couple little tweaks.
One sticking point was the monkey.
Monkeys.
Don't want to play creative, but icons that scored higher on trust were lighthouses, parades, handshakes.
What about puppies?
People trust puppies.
Anyway, give it a think.
Give what I think.
We've got great news, Vincent.
They finally bought it.
Pretty much.
The vertical format.
The vertical.
Okay, I actually do have a take on this.
okay.
Because it beautifully illustrates why artists should not receive universal basic income. And here's why. So if you are producing something for other people to buy, it is extremely arrogant for you to say, well, I'm just going to produce whatever I want to. And if they don't buy it, then they're idiots and I don't care, even though I want their money. So you can either be the artistic genius, that's fine, and you produce whatever you want and then see if people will buy it or they won't buy it. I have no argument against that. And I honestly do think that most of the great art comes from artistic geniuses that are not heeding anyone else's advice. However, I'm not going to pay them until I decide that I personally like the direction that they're going.
That's fair.
Even if it's a self-portrait, which is a hilarious concept to have notes on someone's self-portrait in general.
Dude,
I don't know.
so
I
funny.
just don't know how you would sell a self-portrait. Yeah, I want this picture of you. I want this
like
portrait. of
the
you
only
hanging.
way that somebody is going to commission a self-portrait in order for them to buy it is a man buying it of a hot woman who's doing a self-portrait of herself. Like that's the only way. No one's gonna say like, Frida Kahlo, please do a self-portrait so that I can have it.
Yeah,
like that's just not gonna, like, that would never have happened. That's ridiculous. But the whole premise of this is so good.
In real life, she didn't even have as much of the unibrow. This is her vision of herself. Like that's why that's
the point.
Yeah. So even if you commissioned a self-portrait by someone hot, they might paint it in a way that their own image, not like what you see. So even that, it doesn't even necessarily.
Luckily, if you commission it, you get the final say on whether you're taking it or not.
That's true.
For it.
Commissioning art is different than just like going to a gallery and just buying what's already done.
Yeah, for sure.
This is like the difference between like buying a cake on the shelf and then commissioning someone to make a custom cake for them, and it's a different process. And
yeah. All right, so we're gonna bring this back to America, unless something has changed in the last 24 hours since I made this one of the topics for tonight. EBT SNAP will soon go away after tomorrow night. Seems like November 1st, SNAP will be gone. Here we can watch a couple of these reactions, and then we can discuss the
There's
merits.
a new EBT of TikTok account on Twitter.
EBT of TikTok account. There
is
you go.
SNAP like a welfare thing?
Yes.
Yes, it's food stamps.
Oh, okay.
And next week, when millions of people are going to have to resort to possibly stealing in order to feed themselves and their families, and the government complains, because they will complain about the crime rate going up, even though they're the ones who fucking did it. Make sure you point your anger at the system and the people at the top, because they're the ones who took the food away from families and poor people and starving children. The poor people just want to eat.
I don't think she's in that category.
She doesn't have to flip tables. She could just sit on them.
Yeah. I was going to make a similar comment.
Let's see. There's
I
another
also
good one.
worked at Walgreens in Florida, and the things that people did buy on EBT were Monster Energy drink and Coke and candy. Yeah. And the things they complained to me, as if I could change it, that they could not buy were cigarettes and alcohol. And I was like, bro, I can't. That's crazy that you're complaining to me that doesn't work. Like,
I had a guy in a gas station try to I'll pay for the snacks you're getting if you just buy I'll pay for it. He whips out an EBT card.
Right.
And he's like, just grab me some cigarettes, and I'm like, I'm
that
not
shit happens all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another one.
Let me tell you something, right? So yesterday I went shopping and we go to Walmart, and my kids, they go to the cereal aisle, right? They're like, Mom, I want this cereal. I want this cereal. And you know all the cereals to the right or to my right, whatever. The ones in the boxes, okay? They're that expensive. I said, nope. I pushed my kids all the way to the front, look to the left, and the cereal that's in bags. Yeah, the bag cereal, the old ones from back in the day.
That's the shit.
They said they don't want those. But guess what? We are in a government shutdown. Bag cereal it is. Bag freaking cereal. Okay.
Bro, I love the bag, like generic, like Honey Smacks. That's like way better, actually.
Half of them are the exact same as the brand name.
Same factories a lot of the times. Like
you'll find the stuff coming out of the same factories.
It's twice as much for half as the price. Like it's the same shit. Like
it's wild. This guy says he'll protect looters who are doing what they have to.
Protecting looters. Interesting.
Yeah, I absolutely cannot believe that this is what passes for political commentary.
Yeah.
What, these folks?
So, and I'm sure we'll get into it even more as we go, but like, you want to know how many people starved during the Great Depression, which was almost 100 years ago now. So a substantially lower standard of living and development than we have now, and a depression even in that environment. You want to know how many people in the United States starved?
Like to death starved? Like literally actually starved to death?
Nobody.
None. And it's not that they had no other option but to go steal food. I'm sure that a lot of people went hungry, but there were ways that you could get food without resorting to stealing. So the fact that all of these people that are on welfare, just as soon as they stop receiving the welfare payments, the only thing that they can possibly think of to get food is to steal it. I mean, what an utter lack of creativity, if nothing else. It's like people 100 years ago in situations way more dire than you could possibly imagine came up with ways of getting food that was not literally just going to Walmart and looting it. I'm sure that in modern day you can come up with something.
I mean, you can go get a deer for like $30 if you want to go sit in the woods and pay for a.
You gotta sit for a while and rub piss on yourself or whatever. But yeah,
I mean, borrow a gun, borrow a bow from someone. You
Borrow
can
some
go,
piss,
you can go kill a deer. Go borrow a 22. You can go pop squirrels.
Yep. Alden,
Make
go
some
ahead.
Squirrel legs.
A couple things on the depression thing. One is that I wonder if like the numbers reporting that weren't like 100% accurate at the time. / I wonder if there was other ways that people died from malnourishment that led to, injury or something that led to death. Or like I feel like there was the zero number is just like that feels a little fishy to me. My own great grandma her family was super poor and in the Great Depression, and she had to get shipped away to live with some obscure family member because they couldn't feed her at all. And she grew up to be like this tall, like 4 foot tall, because she just had no food. And like,
wow,
literally her body was like stunted. She was technically a little person, like, but she wasn't, proportionately, she didn't have like the dwarf syndrome kind of a thing, but she was like that tall almost.
Right.
Okay. I mean, I guess I can't literally say it was exactly 0, but I don't think for my point to stand, it has to be that. It was very, very few. It was also 100 years ago in the middle of a horrible economic depression, which is not like what we're in now. All I'm saying is, and it's broader than even just that. It's a bunch of time since then as well. It's like there are ways that you can help yourself instead of just literally burglary.
Yeah, no, I hear that point too. Like
I'm not saying that it'll be awesome for you, but I'm also saying that like we're the wealthiest that we've ever been at this point, so it's probably the easiest that it's ever been to help yourself. I know we've got a bunch of other economic problems. All of them are the government's fault, but
yeah,
the government's not helping. But.
Well, that's kind of what I wanted to get to is like these people, while they're not taking responsibility or thinking about actually doing something productive and making money or earning their food, they were given this because of failed government policies that keep failing for decades and decades and decades. And
then it's like a trap that you get in. Like...
Yes. And this is one of those things that for libertarians, it's super difficult to fight against, to fight for the lessening of government, the shrinking of government, because people are so inundated with the immediate pain of certain policies getting removed that you're never going to be able to get past the visuals of it. You're never going to be able to get past the bad PR, and people will change their mind in an instant as soon as they see somebody truly in pain or looting or theft or what have you. And so like this is such a massive problem for libertarians to try to tackle, because we like legit want the welfare system to be gone tomorrow, which would cause, tons of pain
Well-
in the immediate, but it would in the
Right.
long run be extremely beneficial.
Do you think a rug pull situation is the right approach? Because we see it as like on a principle level that it just shouldn't have been for years.
Yeah.
But now that it has been for so long, and culturally we're so like just on the teat of it, and just like we're going to go through like withdrawals if you rug pull it so fast. Legitimate question, like, is it better to ease off since it has been this way, or is it better to just be like cold turkey yank? Like,
There's a big debate in the Libertarian Party. This was one of the biggest arguments between presidential candidates last time around, namely Jacob Hornberger and everyone else.
Right.
Hornberger advocates for just ripping the Band-Aid off and ending it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Whereas most of the other candidates, had off-ramp style things.
That's a good.
I would have went with off ramp until I started seeing a lot of these videos, and then I kind of lost a lot of sympathy and said, let's rip the Band-Aid.
Well, yeah, I mean, I hear that, but what if you did something?
I actually think that it's important to have some sympathy for these people because they've been indoctrinated into an idea of it actually being virtuous to be receiving this money. Because and this is what government bureaucrats always do, is they want to increase the number of people that are on their programs. Like, I forget exactly what program it was, but they will send people out into, I think this was something in New York in the 80s or 90s, but they would come up with a new program, and then they would send people door to door telling people, hey, you're in this you're like eligible for this program, you should really join it. And people would be like, no, I don't need the handout, I'm good. And they'd be like, no, you should this is your money, you should claim the money. And so they do this over and over again until people are, you can see in these videos, these people clearly think this is my money, and if the government doesn't give it to me, they're taking something away from me that is already mine, which is a lot different from what it actually is, which is that it's not yours, and it has been being given to you from someone else. But the reason the other reason I think it's important to kind of understand where these people are coming from, or maybe sympathize with them, because these people are not in a good situation at all. I mean, let alone the economic situation, but just the utter lack of self-respect you have to have for this to be your mindset. I'm not saying this to criticize them. I'm saying this because I wish it were different. Like, I want people, their reaction to something difficult happening to them, I want them to think, I am capable of fixing this.
Right.
I don't want them to think I'm completely helpless and therefore I must loot Walmart because that's the only thing that I can even imagine myself doing in this situation. I mean, it's honestly horrible for them.
Yeah.
Well,
it's not a great way to live. That's for sure.
Yeah, there used to at one point in this country be kind of a point of pride that you don't take welfare. People didn't want to be on it, like it was the absolute last thing you wanted. You didn't want to be viewed as a burden to your neighbors, and I mean, but then
there was like shame in it, and now there's like pride in it.
Now there's pride in it. So at one point it used to be done through private charities. You'd have to go to your neighbors and say, hey, I need help. Whether it's the church or one of the local clubs or one of the local organizations or something, and say, I need help. And there's a little bit of shame in that, because you're feeling where that money's coming from. It's like these people that you live next to are working hard and giving a little extra of what they have directly to you. And at some point they just said, yep, government's going to take it over, and now it's referred to as quote unquote entitlements. You are entitled to this because you can't produce enough to feed yourself, to feed your kids. You've made a ton of, and it's not everyone, but there's a lot in there that you can look at a lot of people there and say, hey, yeah, you've made terrible life choices. You've had kids with multiple different men. You've had that, none of which are in the picture. You've had, this, you've had that, like you've set yourself up for failure. And instead of saying, hey, let's figure out how to do it, the government, it's a giant organization. How do you effectively go, all right, let's fix these behaviors. let's fix the situation you're in so that you can be self-sustaining, and they just go, let's just pay you off on it.
Yeah, it's a big cultural shift across the time that we're thinking, like the time span there.
Yeah.
And
there was a tweet that I came across that I saw on this, and it brings a little bit of a perspective, because you see a lot here, a lot of the early videos, especially on this, where we're going to steal from Walmart, and people that work at Walmart, you better not get in our way. It's not your money anyhow. Just let us have what we want. You don't want to see what happens.
Why
kind
Walmart?
of stuff. Because that's where Walmart's like the biggest recipient of EBT payments. Like that's where everyone not everyone, but like that's the huge part where.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it kind of brings it up, and you look at it. It's like, also, is it, is this just people acting out because they believe it's theirs, or is it kind of, or are you paying people off to not be violent? Is that what this whole thing has been? The whole welfare state is, behave and don't be violent. And
it didn't sound like it was that way to start. It might get to this point. That's why I asked about the rug pull at this point, just because we've gotten, now we're like addicted to it, and we're just like cold turkey, like none of it, which in ideology wise, like I get, but like in reality with where we're at, I wonder if that's the right way. And I've wondered before if a better thing would be to do like, hey, like we're going to still let you use EBT, but here are the things that you can buy on it. And it's like fruit, vegetables, flour, like corn, like make food, like instead of just a bunch of like processed.
Well, they tried that. Well, the RFK, I think restricted it, saying you can't buy this, and a whole bunch of libertarians in the Libertarian Party went, how dare you tell people how they can spend their EBT?
Yeah.
Libertarians did?
Yeah.
Yes, it was. They should have the free choice to buy shit to eat if they want to buy
government
shit to
money. That's not a. That
yes.
doesn't sound libertarian. That's so weird.
This was a whole argument among the leftist thing. Was that no? Well, part of it I think comes down to Trump and Kennedy bad. So
if this were
anything
just
they
the
do is
government
opposed,
going to you and telling you can't buy brand name cereal, then I'd be like, well, fuck off. Like, of course, but if it's coming from the goddamn government, and it's like this is a step toward weaning off, you would think the libertarians would be on board with it if it had ended up getting less and less, just this blown out of proportion way that we are, where everyone's buying junk food on government money.
Apparently, no. It's the libertarian position is supposed to be that you can spend that on whatever the hell is that government. You should have the freedom to spend. That there should be no strings attached to government money you get for free, which I think you already have strings attached when it is government money, because you end up in this situation where
we all didn't want this to begin with, right? Exactly. Like you're not wrong. Like I just wonder if big picture wise, like if it would be, what would be, I guess we'll find out. I don't know. Like
we'll find out.
I saw Jeremy Kaufman tweet once where he said we should get rid of food stamps and replace it with unlimited rice and beans.
I mean,
but I am just going to say one more thing.
Or cave cheese. We've already got too much cave cheese.
We have tons of cave cheese.
Lots of cave cheese.
We need a strategic release of the government cheese.
Honestly, we're sitting on surplus cheese from government subsidies. Like, why not just give people a bunch of fucking cave Velveeta or whatever we've got in there?
But I am just going to say one more thing on this, and it's going to make me sound like a leftist, but I don't care. Which is I would love to know, because we're all, I saw you do that.
I can't have you sound like a leftist on here.
I was like, what happened there? Okay.
It's funny because Zane's usually one of the more right-wing sounding guys on the show.
Go ahead, Zane. Go ahead.
I know we're all sitting here making fun of people complaining that their EBT is about to be cut, and they kind of deserve it. However, I would love to know, during this government shutdown, is the money still flowing to Raytheon, to all the other military contractors? Because I think that they're probably still doing pretty good, and they need it even less than the people on food stamps do.
Yeah, That's fair.
Yeah.
So,
Ooh, cheddar cheese says something interesting. Where I grew up, people used to get organic milk in glass bottles on EBT Snap or whatever the fuck, and they would dump it out and return the bottles for deposit to buy booze.
Nice.
that sounds about that's
Life
not
finds a
gross.
way.
Life finds a way.
But I think one last
Oh,
I think a broader
my
point
dear.
to bring up here is all right. So yeah, it's a government. I mean, the government's broke. We're 30-something trillion dollars in debt. There's not money there. A bunch of state governments, I guess basically every Democrat governor is trying to sue the Trump administration and say, no, actually, even though there's no budget and no money sitting there, you can find some money to keep this program going through the shutdown. And I'm sure they district shopped to file it in a district court that they can get a judge who's going to say, no, you actually have to keep sending the money. We don't have the people for this. But I think the big lesson to be had here is socialism doesn't work. Eventually you run out of other people's money. And right now we've run out of the government money. Now it's somewhat artificially imposed because there's a lack of a budget, meaning they don't have the money they haven't allocated the money that doesn't exist. They haven't created yet to go towards this, and they're just going to create the money out of nothing and allocate it to it. But regardless, you still run out of even pretend imaginary money that you create out of nowhere sometimes. And that's always the downfall. If anyone's voting for Mamdani and for mayor of New York, you probably want to consider that before you go down that path. Although your other option being Andrew Cuomo is kind of like, you probably just want to move out at that point.
If you hate your grandmother, though, Cuomo's a great one to vote for.
Yeah.
It's like, do you shoot yourself in the foot or the dick? Like,
have you seen all the
foot every time, Alden? Foot every time.
Every time foot.
So I guess Cuomo. I don't know.
What'd you say, Zane?
The Curtis Silva campaign videos are pretty funny.
I haven't seen them.
It's like him, just the most random issues. Like he was standing, he has this video of him standing like in one of the metro stations and like saying that how the metro card system doesn't work. I'm like, is this seriously the best thing that you have to say in your video? You are running against Andrew Cuomo and Zoran Mamdani, and this is the best that you can come up with. Dude.
They got rid of the metro cards.
They did,
New York.
Wow, it's even an outdated argument then.
Dude, that's so funny. And yeah, that sounds like what a lot of libertarians do during campaigns. So yeah.
Yes. Instead of focusing on what's important, you focus on gay race communism or something.
Yep. All right. So point of this topic: socialism bad, capitalism good. Don't freak out when you lose your government-funded money. Okay. This next topic is a rough one, so buckle up.
Woman named Maya, age 16, in Sweden, who was raped by a migrant, and the guy was not deported. No. Rather, he was not even deemed a threat to public safety because the duration of the how long it took was too short for the government to justify labeling this man as a threat to public safety. You have got to be kidding me. They wrote about this in Swedish media. The 18-year-old man was arrested but acquitted, completely let off in district court due to what they called a lack of evidence. The prosecutor appealed the verdict. It ended up going to the Court of Appeals. They made a different assessment and they sentenced this guy, Yazid Mohammed, to 3 years in prison for a 16-year-old girl. And the prosecutor requested that he be deported. That was the specific ask. And get this, the Court of Appeals noted that he has refugee status. This guy's a refugee, though. He was seeking asylum, though. So in order to deport him, the law in Sweden requires that the act he has committed, quote, constitutes a particularly serious crime, and that allowing him to remain in Sweden would pose a serious threat to public order and security. The Court of Appeals in Sweden ruled that the of 16-year-old Maya is not a sufficiently serious crime to justify deportation, which refers, among other things, to the duration of the in their assessment.
That's wild.
I never thought it'd be a benefit to be a Minuteman. here we are.
They're reaching the point where the men of society probably need to step up and handle things their own way.
This is what I'm concerned about.
Jesus, thank God I can never be
This is a legitimate concern, though, is that if governments like this keep doing bullshit like this, it's like people are gonna be pissed and take it into their own hands. And like, is that what you want? Do you want that from your people? Because that's what's next. It's gonna be people with fucking pitchforks, except it'll be fully automatic pitchforks. Like,
yeah,
not in Europe.
That's true. It'll be pitchforks in Europe, but actually,
they're close enough to Russia. They can get whatever AKs they want.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Zane, what were you about to say?
This is a good example of Conquest Third Law, which everyone knows Conquest Second Law, which is any organization
everyone
that's not
knows
explicitly
Conquest
conservative will eventually become progressive. But I recently learned about Conquest Third Law, and this is a perfect example of that, which is always assume that any organization is governed by a cabal of its enemies.
Say that again.
Yeah.
Say that again.
Always assume that any organization is run by a cabal of its enemies.
That sounds like a good rule of thumb to me.
Interesting.
So McDonald's is run by Burger King employees, right?
Well, it's supposed to be
in general, why do all of the people that run organizations do things that everyone in the organization hates all the time? And it's like, here the justice system of Sweden, which you would assume is supposed to be getting justice mainly, if not exclusively, for Swedish people, and instead they are letting Middle Eastern grapists off the hook.
Yeah, I mean, you look at that across everywhere, right? I mean, look at the UK there. Maybe that's because I consume a little bit more information coming out of the UK to see what's going on there. But the Labour Party over there was actively denying that these immigrant grooming gangs, rape gangs, whatever you want to call them, were abducting British girls and doing these things. And they were not only denying it, but then they were prosecuting people they were prosecuting Tommy Robinson, who was calling that out. So it's like, you're kind of the enemy of your own people when you're saying we're going to ignore this, and not only ignore this, but then pander to the broad group that that these perpetrators come from.
Yeah, it's not probably wise in the long term for setting yourself. Well, I would say this, I would say it's not wise for setting yourself up for like these governments to give you asylum or whatever. But it seems like no matter what they do, these particular governments are just like hell bent on just like letting. Zane, are you muted? Or?
Yeah, well, it's disordered compassion, I would say, because you want to help people that live in places that aren't good. And the entire Middle East is so messed up that pretty much anyone from there can plausibly claim that they're seeking asylum.
That they're an artist.
And then once the European asylum system, in most of these countries is so broad that you show up there as someone from one of these countries and it's like, yeah, I don't want to go back. I'll just claim asylum here. And then it's like, well, no matter what I do, I can't be deported because I'm an asylum seeker and there's no way for them to legally get rid of me.
I don't think you can say broad anymore. I think it's what now.
So some of them, it probably does come from a really bad place where they just hate their own civilization. But I think
I think that's a huge portion of it. I think that's leftist ideology in general.
Is that actually the ideology, though? Like, it might be the effect, but is that really the core of the ideology?
The core of the ideology is to tear down the hierarchy, and the hierarchy that they see is 1,000+ years of European culture.
Yeah.
Everything about it is wrong, right? You know, the patriarchy, this and that. And I mean, it comes down to everything you hear in leftist ideology.
Right. So the actual hard leftists definitely will essentially tell you that straight up. I think a lot of the people that are like your average Labour voter in the UK, I don't think is actually that hard of a leftist. I just think that they want to help people that they view as being in a more unfortunate situation, which there is as with all good lies, there is a kernel of truth to it. The problem is that the compassion is disordered, because if you bring in all of these people to try to help them, you're going to end up just destroying the very society that you're trying to use to help people. Because all of these millions upon millions of migrants come in and they don't change their behavior at all. So they're behaving in exactly the sort of way that they were when they were in the country that is so terrible that they all want to leave and claim asylum in your country. So if you do that enough, then instead of people living in a better place, you'll just have more and more of the kinds of places that people want to leave.
I do think you demonstrated the third law, the conquest third law there quite perfectly. Yeah, it's probably not the average voter. It's definitely the people making the decisions that's the enemy who hates civilization and is trying to turn it down. I think they're less misguided than, say, the average voter on that.
You know, this whole conversation has made me think that there's some grapes in my fridge that have been there for like a week and a half, and they really need to be eaten or they're going to die.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I did.
You're saying you would like for someone to grape you in the mouth.
That's exactly what I was saying.
Strike.
Yeah, we just got to strike.
Goodness gracious!
All I said is that you wanted to eat a grape. What's wrong with that?
That's what you implied. Yeah.
Oh well, I mean, we've been watching some of the stuff that's been happening over in Europe for, I mean, I don't know, well over a year now, and it doesn't seem to be getting any better. I mean, people have been citing it a lot recently. I think our recent Rogan episode talked about how like 12,000 people have been arrested for social media posts in England alone in the last year, or in this year alone.
We covered this where we talked about where it's significantly more than Russia, and Russia being basically geographically and populace wise way larger than England or whatever, and that's wild. And what we think of like culturally and politically is that like, oh well, that makes sense in Russia, but like we still have this thing where like our mind wants to protect like places in the Western world like this, and it's like, no, the numbers now have far surpassed what our image is of these places. And it's time that our image of these places reflect the reality, the current reality, and the political atmosphere of these places, and that they are literally worse than Russia. That's insane.
That is wild. I wonder how much of a role that will play in the future. Because here's an example for me. In the year 2001. Gonzaga Bulldogs. The Gonzaga Bulldogs made their first ever NCAA tournament. I think it was 2001. Maybe it was 2000. Made their first ever NCAA tournament. We're a big Cinderella team. It made like national news. They went all the way to like the Elite Eight or Final Four as some crap team from middle of nowhere, Washington.
Then they pumpkined. And
then for the next 25 years, I still see them as that exact same team.
Yeah.
Like my opinion of them has not changed. I think they could win a national championship at some point.
Actually, but
I don't think of them as this like powerhouse team. I always think of them, but even though they are a massive powerhouse team at this point.
I mean, they're perennial appearances in March Madness, right?
Yeah,
so,
but I still view them
as underdog. Like, that's funny.
Yep, I still see them as an underdog with basically every team they play.
Yeah.
Which it's weird. I wonder like how much, since we have so much information available to us so quickly now, I wonder how much that is going to happen and how much longer those impressions will stick around. Like if you're learning about, I don't know, like Zimbabwe or Rwanda or, just some country that you don't really know anything about, but you learn about it, something is going on in that country. And then 10 years later, it's completely different. Like they've grown, that they're now a first world country rather than a third world country. Are these people still going to think of them as a third world country with all these problems and like a genocidal?
The other way around too. And can you be like, oh, first world country, and then you get like more on the toilet and more on the toilet and more on the toilet, but your image of America or whatever country is like preserved in this way where you think of it higher than it is, and so you don't evaluate the risk the same way because you're like, oh, we're impervious, we're America, like we're
like a big part of me. I haven't been to San Francisco in like 15 years.
That's about the last time I was there. But
a big part of me thinks that San Francisco there's just no possible way it's as bad as people say it is.
It's just this.
But then I see videos and it's pretty bad. But I still
never
think
step foot in San Francisco.
I was there about the same length of time ago, 15, 17 years, something like that. And it was just like everything just smelled like weed, and it was just super hippy dippy, like and very foggy. Like that was like, and great Chinese food. That was like my impression of it.
I bet it's very different now.
I'm sure it is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. Well, y'all, I think it's about that time.
I am not fucking drunk.
19th through blue.
Every pretty girl deserves to go to a ball.
This is everything about it's a clam. I love it.
I gotta be honest with you, I feel like I'm a little bit too drunk to stand up.
On Wiedersehen, asshole.
I'm drunk right now.
All right. Welcome to Drunkard of the Week, the part of the show where we show somebody doing or saying something that can only be explained if they're drunk, but they're not. You can nominate folks through our Discord, which you can join by going to peacefulseed.network. You can also just tag us on X at Liberty Libation or hashtag Drunkard of the Week. This week, I don't know who nominated this guy, but he's somebody's boss in the middle of a Zoom meeting, and here you go.
Oh, God.
Say I'm straight, I state my claim. Sade, I'm a smooth operator. I drop the top of my whip. On trying to make you feel some type of way. They custom write and make you feel some type of way. Mr. CEO is what my title says. My prior here, Rich Homie Klein, we together, hey.
We want to be free to do what we want to do.
Yeah.
We want to get loaded.
Yeah.
And we want to have a good time.
I love that, like, there's like one or two people that like out of the sea of people watching that most people don't know what to do with this, and then there's like this, Ashley Bell or whatever is like feeling it.
That chick in the middle is just grooving. This guy right above her is like, what is happening?
Yeah,
Michael Scott has really aged.
Dude, it is so funny. I gotta say, like, I would lose all respect for my boss if he did this, but I would be far more entertained at work.
Yes.
You're your own boss, though.
I know. I'm just saying, if I had a boss.
So if you
why don't you do this during production meetings?
I've definitely done this before.
Can you lose self-respect, but then still have fun?
Oh, let me gauge that, because I've definitely lost a lot of that. I still have fun. I have no self-respect.
No, that's gone. That's that was a finite resource that is long since expired. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna move on to our.
Jake.
What?
Speaking of fearless leaders.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
No, he's. Oh, okay, here he is. Damn it! I thought we were rid of him once and for all.
All right. Third topic of the evening. I believe Steven put this in the chat, and there's not a giant story here, but we have to talk about it.
Monkeys have come up twice already.
I mean, I remember the last time this happened because it was in Pennsylvania.
That's a monkey in Mississippi. Those are monkey cages.
Well, mystery solved.
Monkey. Oh my God!
It's a leprechaun in a tree.
I don't like that this stinking pop-up keeps popping up.
That's what pop-ups do.
I know. Truckload of aggressive research monkeys escape after truck crash in Mississippi. 3 still on the loose. Look,
This is 28 days later. This is the start of the 28 days later movie.
This is exactly right. Monkeys are approximately 40 pounds. That's a big monkey. They're aggressive to humans, and they require
My cat's
PPE
20
to
pounds, and I'm
handle.
afraid of him. So
The animals carry Hep C, herpes, and COVID.
Well, I know where this all started. Some sick fuck decided to grape a monkey, and that's
Although
how
they're claiming no, nothing's contagious, and I mean if it has COVID, it would kind of.
They
by
also
definition
claimed that masks didn't work, and then that masks did work, and then that masks didn't work. So
At
I don't
first they
really
were
believe
like-
anything they say.
Yeah, they were like, please don't buy masks. We need them for surgery. And then they were like, you need to have 3 masks on.
Dude, this is so stinking funny. This like middle of nowhere, Mississippi. This truck had
So
a crash
Mississippi, yeah.
and released a bunch of disease-infested monkeys. Into
This is the plot of a movie. This is the start of a zombie horror movie, or AKA our lives. Like,
I mean, this was
monkeys who have sex.
Yeah, the real question is, how do these monkeys have Hep C, herpes, and COVID, but somehow not monkeypox?
and how do we know? And why are we transporting them?
if I remember right, there was a monkey. There was another truck up here in Pennsylvania, eastern Pennsylvania, that released monkeys. I don't know, 2 or 3 years. I think it was around time of the monkeypox thing.
Do these monkeys have a penchant for 16-year-old Swedish girls, though?
Probably.
Yeah. See, we're in trouble.
Hopefully not.
Refugee monkeys.
Yeah. Like I said, not much of a story here. I just found it hilarious.
I mean, it's interesting.
You're right. I mean, it's like definitely the start of a movie. Is this
Several?
This is like Planet of the Apes meets Contagion all in one.
Yeah. Which was already done, and it's 28 days later. But yeah,
I do think at this point they've got all the monkeys again.
What's that movie? Oh, 12 Monkeys. There you go. Yeah.
12, dude, that's such
12
a good...
angry monkeys.
12 angry monkeys. the long-awaited sequel.
12 angry... Dude, that's so good.
That really is good.
Somebody really should have made a little parody off of this story.
Yeah.
Just called it 12 Angry Monkeys. That's
Have you
so
seen
stinking
The
good.
filmmaker sitting here can do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Have you seen the? Oh God, damn it! What's her name? Now I can't remember her name, so it doesn't matter. But there was like a spoof of the 12 Angry Men.
Oh, really?
It was really funny. If I think of her name, I'll come back to it later.
Gotcha. All right. Well, y'all get your thinking caps on.
If by thinking cap you mean beer, then yes, I gotta go get a beer.
In your case, I do mean beer. Yeah.
A beer already.
There's your Fat Rat Unity.
No, the song title is Unity. The DJ is the Fat Rat.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware. I can see what it is. It's right here. The
Yeah,
Fat
but
Rat dash Unity.
You always say it wrong, and the audience can't see what you're seeing. So
The audience can Google Fat Rat Unity, and this will pop up.
that's true.
Also,
everyone.
if the audience is going to go download this song, I seriously question their taste in music.
This song is awesome. It's on my Spotify playlist.
I-
It has lyrics. The full version of this song has lyrics, by the way.
What are the lyrics to this song?
Is it the same instrumental? Like, is it this vibe?
No. The instruments kind of dialed down a bit for the lyrical portion.
But there's not like extra drum or some extra musical portion.
Go
to it?
listen to it yourself. I'm
Yeah,
not going
I
to
guess I
describe
have.
in words.
Fine. Let's go. Let's do trivia.
All right, everyone. Welcome to another week of Libations Trivia. As usual, we have trivia in 3 rounds. Round 1 is 8 questions, 1 point each. Round 2 is 6 questions, 2 points each. Round 3 is 4 questions, 3 points each.
Thank God you waited for me to do the rules because I wasn't sure how it worked.
We were pestering Zane.
If you are in the audience, please leave a comment with your answer, and we will take the first audience answer that is not an obvious joke.
You must read the audience answers aloud. New requirement.
No.
All of them.
I'll read the official audience answer aloud, as I always do.
Fine. As soon as I type in my answer, I'm going to pull up the comments each time.
I want to see the jokes, honestly, is what I want to see.
All right. Tonight's categories. Round 1, spooky, scary skeletons.
Nice.
Round 2, the spirit realm. And round 3, comedy horror.
Heck yeah. All
Happy
right, I'm in.
Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween. Hey, kitty.
All right. Round 1, spooky, scary skeletons. So the way this round is going to work is I've got this diagram of a human skeleton with an arrow pointing to one of the bones, and you're going to tell me the official name of the bone that the arrow is pointing at. So question 1 here, the arrow is pointing to the bone at the very top of the guy's head. Colloquially, I cannot say
Colloquially, I hate that word too, dude. Yeah.
Colloquial. I'm just gonna give up. It is impossible for me to say that word.
Colloquially.
Commonly known as the skull.
Commonly known. In layman's terms. As what? I'm sorry, I missed the word.
Commonly known as the skull, but I want the official medical name.
Oh shit, I don't know.
All right, go for it, Zane.
Nick.
I'm saying the cranium.
Alden.
I said domes with a Z.
I said cranium as well.
Jake says cranium. Audience also says cranium, which is correct.
It's not domes with a Z?
Write a medical textbook.
Now the arrow is pointing at what is commonly known as the jawbone.
Go ahead, Zane.
Nick.
I says the mandible.
Alden.
If it's a female, is it the womandible though? But yes, mandible.
Mandible.
You're all so fast that the audience hasn't even got a chance to answer yet. But it is the mandible.
We're much like that grapist.
So our answers don't count, right? Because they were too quick. Like,
yeah, you can't give us the points.
Yeah.
All right, the audience did say it, so I'll give them the point.
That's
nice.
All right, question 3. We're looking for the collarbone.
Go for it, Zane.
Mike Evans just broke this.
I'm aware.
Shit. No, wait, that's the wrong answer. I'm changing my answer. It's the clavicle.
What did you have before? Clavicle.
He had the shoulder bone
connected to the
knee bone.
Clavicle bone.
All right, audience also says clavicle, which is right.
Oh my god, I spelled it right.
Question 4. The arrow is now pointing to, and I had not heard this term before, but apparently, like, the English name for this is the breastbone.
Right.
But it would be helpful if you were looking at the diagram for this one.
Makes sense if it's the breastplate, you know?
Or the breastbone is, like, it's on your ass, obviously.
I mean, it's not on this guy's boob.
Right.
Go ahead, Zane.
Nick.
All right. I'm just
solar plexus.
Alden says sternum. Jake says sternum. Audience also says sternum. It is the sternum.
Boom!
Solar plexus is below the sternum.
Nick, eat a butt. Yeah. It's the only time I'm going to be able to say that.
Eat a butt. Eat a gluteus maximus.
We'll get there.
That's a muscle.
Well, okay. It was the closest fucking thing that we had here.
I mean, it's still ass.
I don't know if there's an ass bone, so.
The closest would probably be the coccyx, which is, I think, the tailbone, but that's not a part of this quiz.
Perfect.
So you can say there's a coccyx in my ass.
You could.
There's a Cossack.
All right, next question. The arrow is now pointing at the arm bone that is connected to the shoulder.
I always get these confused. Go ahead,
Nick.
Humorous.
Damn it.
Alden.
I don't have an answer.
I said tibia.
That's in the leg.
Audience also says humorous, and the answer is humorous.
Yeah. As soon as Nick said it, I was embarrassed that I couldn't come up with that.
Yep.
I thought we were going to do the tricky one, the two down here, which I won't say if we're going there next.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Because now I'm looking for either of the two arm bones.
Oh, come on.
Humorous, and I will award a bonus point if you give me both of them.
Go ahead, Zane.
Nick.
Radia and the ulna.
Yep.
Jake.
Radia and ulna.
The audience says tibialis and carpalis.
Very leg-oriented words.
It is the radius and the ulna. I will give credit for radia because
I said radius.
I think that radia is like plural for radius. So if you were talking
We're
about,
gonna roll with that.
if you were talking about the bones on both of your arms, then I guess you could call that. You could say.
Are we sure about that as a plural?
We're gonna go with it.
I said radius and ulna. I'm the only one that's right. I just want it known.
All right. Question 7. Pointing at the leg bone connected to the hip.
The dick?
No. Humans do not have a bone there, by the way.
Deer
as you
do.
were probably aware.
Well, what's the dick bone called in animals, Zane?
Ah.
The
I feel like I've definitely heard this, but I'm not
Yeah,
sure that
I
I'm
definitely
going to
have to.
remember it.
There's a lot of things to do.
Nick.
We're going with the femur.
Alden.
Femur.
Jake.
Femur.
It's called
Does
a
a-
baculum, Zane.
Does a lemur have a femur?
The
Maybe.
dick bone is the dick bone is the baculum.
I had heard that, but thank you for reminding me because I wasn't going to remember. The audience says tibia, which is wrong, and you all are right.
Hey.
Question 8. We're looking for any of the bones that make up your fingers and toes.
The broad general name.
Mm-hmm.
Not like the specific name of a single bone.
Now, I want the second bone from the top of your right index finger. No. They're all.
I'm a little confused.
I'm
No,
slightly confused on this one too.
Yeah.
So all your bones in your fingers and your toes are referred to by the same term. I'm sure doctors.
I know what you're getting at now, and I'm good with the answer.
I'm writing down 4 answers, and one of them better be correct because they're all the same. Basically,
I have 2 answers that I didn't know there was like a broader term for all of them, kind of a thing.
All right, let's just get on with it, Nick.
Let's get on.
Go with phalanges.
Oh, motherfucker.
Alden.
All right. Yeah. I had metacarpals and metatarsals, but
that's what I had, Alden.
Yeah.
Metacarpals and metatarsals.
I
And
put the
carpals and tarsals.
specifics. Yeah.
The audience also says phalanges, and
Well,
that's
they
the
can-
answer that I had.
They can phalange me.
Let me see what metacarpals and metatarsals. Any of the. All right, that's close enough. You guys get the point.
They're specific to the hand and foot, respectively, or whatever. Like, yeah.
All right, fair enough.
It's weird that there's a word that combines both and a word that separates both.
Well, it's like digits is like also toes and fingers, but then you don't say fingers and like it's
Right.
Yeah.
At least they didn't ask us for like ear bones or tooth bones or something.
Well, I couldn't ask about ear bones because I asked about ear bones, I think, back in May.
Remember back in May?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had that category about the 5 senses, and the question about hearing was about the bones.
The vibrating ear bone thing.
All right, at the end of round 1, everyone's doing quite well. The audience is actually in last with 6. Alden has 7, and Nick and Jake both have 8.
Nice. Suck
That's
it, audience.
Even though I'm the only
one of the easier rounds of trivia you've done before, Zane. I mean, everyone kind of pushed it. And now it gets hard.
I know. Don't say stuff like that.
Well, let's see how well all of you know round 2, the spirit realm.
Oh, boy, I hope this has to do with whiskey.
It has to do with alcohol.
That's fantastic.
That would have been really clever, but alas, I'm not that clever. Question 1. Elves, fairies, pixies, and various other beings of European folklore can be referred to by what term that has been adopted by the field of computer graphics?
What?
Elves, fairies, pixies, and various other beings.
I'm just gonna say what I think, and then I don't know about the computer graphics aspect of this question, but
adopted by the field of computer graphics.
I don't know about that part.
It went from fairly easy to what the fuck is this real quick.
I guess go ahead, Zane.
All right, Nick.
I'm saying sprites.
Oh, damn it.
Alden.
All right. I said the Fae, but that has nothing to do.
I said memes.
Don't let your memes be dreams.
Sprites make sense with the computer thing.
Audience doesn't have anything, at least not yet, but the answer is sprite.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the frick that is.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. That's the right
What
answer.
is a computer sprite?
I don't know. I guess.
So it's in video games, like images of characters and objects are often referred to as sprites.
When they were the still images that would animate with like Mario doing, like, isn't that a sprite?
Yeah,
like individual frames of an animation.
Why?
Were sprites. Like,
Why?
I don't know.
Because they got it from the word for elves, fairies, pixies, and various other beings of European folklore.
And
Are
then
gnomes included in that? Otherwise, Grumpy's going to be quite unhappy with it.
Gnomes probably aren't included.
All right. Question 2. Algonquin in origin. What kind of evil spirit is often believed to possess humans and turn them into insatiable cannibals? Such an incident is central to the plot of the 1999 horror western film Ravenous.
Oh my gosh.
The audience says that a gnome is an elemental.
Elemental.
In case you were wondering.
Origin. What kind of evil spirit?
I know I really stumped you when Jake starts reading the question again to himself.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's absolutely fair gauge.
I haven't seen this movie, actually, which is rare that Zane knows a movie that I haven't seen. I'm writing it down.
All right, go ahead.
Nick.
I cannot think of. I know what I'm thinking of, and I can't think of the name, so I got nothing.
I know Algonquin, like the region in the like Great Lakes area, like they talk about the Wendigo up there a lot, but
That's what I was trying to get.
Okay, I have no idea about the cannibal thing and if that relates, but
I just said werewolf.
I was thinking WWW, and I couldn't remember when to go, but that's what I was trying to go with.
Yeah. I don't even know if it's right. It's just that I just know that.
Stop talking and let's find out if we're right or not.
The audience says vampire, but Alden is right.
Hey, oh my god.
Yeah, I lost it there. I was like, That's exactly what I was trying to get to.
Yeah. It's like
Question-
Wendigo or ex-wife or something with a W, yeah.
Question 3. The English word genie is derived from what Arabic term for a spirit? Featuring in both Islam and pre-Islamic paganism, they are believed to often appear as desert animals.
All right, at least I know this one.
How?
This is a fairly easy one.
Shut up, Nick. Go ahead, Zane.
Nick.
The answer is gin. There might be
I
a
should have
of
said
it,
that.
but that's how it's pronounced as gin.
Damn it.
Oh, this is an easy one. Everyone knows gin.
No, I should have said it.
Said mirage.
That's it.
Good guess, but the answer is gin.
Oh, it's 2 N's. Yeah.
He misspelled it. He shouldn't get credit for it.
We've never had spelling as a rule. I said it right.
Don't care. It's
See,
impossible to mispronounce that.
You especially could have made a spirit alcohol reference on this one because gin, you know.
Seriously.
All right. The audience also said gin, by the way.
Nice.
Question 4. In the Lord of the Rings canon, the Nazgul, or Black Riders, were originally a group of 9 men. However, after succumbing to Sauron's power, they were turned into what kind of spirits?
Dadgummit. I'm embarrassed by this one.
Yeah, you should be.
Yep.
You heathen.
I know the freaking. I can almost quote the line.
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you later. Yeah.
All right, Nick.
Neither living nor dead.
I'm going with grumpy gnomes.
That's what it is. It's wraiths.
Jake.
I had nothing.
Audience also says race. They are race, specifically the ring race.
I was gonna put in parentheses ring race. Yeah.
Yep. It's
Neither living nor dead.
Yep.
I'm gonna stop hunting you. Yeah.
Yep. Aragorn.
Yeah.
Actually, Stryker at the time.
Strider, bro.
Strider, not Stryker.
Question 5. The name of the longest running musical in Broadway history and the name of a 1999 film including Samuel L. Jackson and Ahmad Best both contain what word that fits this category?
Nikki, where are you? The longest running musical in Broadway history.
Okay, now I know what movie is being referenced here. And I'm a lot more sure on my answer.
Go ahead, Zane.
Nick.
I'm going to go with Phantom.
Alden.
I'll say ghoul just to say a goddamn word.
Yeah, I said ghost.
Phantom of the Opera and the Phantom Menace, right?
The audience says Hamilton.
Oh.
But Ahmad Best is the voice of Jar Jar.
Jar Jar.
Oh, I was like, who the fuck is Ahmad Best? And what 1999 film? Now
It took me a second to put it together. I'm like, yeah, what the fuck's in the Ahmad Best? And I'm like, wait, that's
fucking
fucking Jar Jar
Ahmad
Binks.
Worst, am I right?
You are right.
Ugh.
And the musical, of course, is Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not Ghoul of the Opera, are you sure?
I did research that, and it is Phantom.
Oh, okay. He seems sure, yeah.
Yeah, he does.
All right. Question 6. Spirit Halloween is owned by what other retailer, which is well known for the outrageous merchandise it sells in its over 600 mall-based locations?
What? How did y'all write this down so quickly?
I mean, there's just some context clues here that I'm going with. I don't know this answer per se, but
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm guessing off of the context.
I mean, outrageous merchandise and mall. I've got one answer. I've got one. That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
You buy
Go
a
ahead.
dildo at the mall that like sings you a bedtime story or whatever.
I think the answer has to be Spencer's Gifts.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only one that I could come up with exactly.
I don't even know what the frick that is. Sharper image.
Game at Spencer's.
They don't have malls in Montana.
I've never even heard of Spencer's Gift.
Well, you've heard of them now.
You poor protected child. I didn't know they owned Spirit Halloween, but
I had no clue.
you tell me mall and outrageous, and there we go. Like, yeah.
All right. At the end of round 2, Jake was completely blanked, so he's
no.
Audience has 12, Alden has 13, and Nick is in the lead with 16.
Motherfucker.
It all comes down to round 3,
This
comedy.
isn't going to go well for me. I don't think it's
Comedy
going to go
horror.
well.
Question 1. Who is this man? And the man in question is wearing an orange and black suit, and he is flanked on either side by 2 men in a skeleton costume.
I'm gonna say what he looks like, but I don't know what the fuck this is. So.
I'm going with your answer too, Alden.
Yeah, do you think?
Yes. Go ahead, Zane.
All right, Nick.
I don't know. Beetlejuice.
Alden.
I put Tom Hanks because that's what he looks like.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah. All right, so we were on the same page there.
Okay, so
No idea what this is though. But...
I'm gonna give half points for Tom Hanks because it is a character portrayed by Tom Hanks.
Oh, well, I thought
it
that's
is it is the SNL character David S. Pumpkins.
Did you say character or person?
You said man.
You said who
standing
is...
in between.
Yeah, and I was like, well, I mean, to be fair, I was never going to get the character, but I legitimately thought the question was about who the fuck it was as a person. And I even had questions about...
He said he'd give you a half point.
That's fine. I don't care.
No, I said I'd give you half points, which, because we're in round 3, is actually 1.5.
1.5 points, yeah. But that's
awesome.
Fine. I don't care. I just legitimately didn't even apparently listen to the question. David S. Pumpkins. DSP.
Question 2. Tyler Labine and Alan Tudyk star as the 2 titular hillbillies of what 2010 film?
I don't know these names, but I hope that I'm right with this. I have no idea who the actor names are, but
all right, go ahead, Zane.
Hillbilly Elegy.
Alden.
The hillbillies have eyes. No, I'm kidding. I think it's Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Jake.
I hope.
I have nothing, but I think it's Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
The audience says Duke Boys,
wow.
but it is Tucker and Dale.
Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Great movie. These teenagers keep killing themselves all over my property.
I've never seen it.
Question 3. Somewhat of a stain on an otherwise solid body of work. What man portrayed Eddie in Rocky Horror Picture Show? After his death, his remains are unknowingly served to the other characters, which is perhaps fitting given his real-life stage name.
Wow, this one's over my head. I don't know anything about the specifics of this.
Never seen Rocky Horror Picture Show.
You haven't? I've seen it, but I don't know about all of this.
It's bad.
I don't know who Eddie is.
It's very odd.
I don't know any of these words in this entire thing.
I mean, I'm just writing the only name I know associated with that film, but
yeah.
But I have no idea.
Go ahead, Zane.
Nick.
Tim Curry.
I mean, that's the name I put just because.
Larry the Cable Guy.
That's the only name I know associated with the film.
That's it. That's the only. Yeah, that's it.
So it just occurred to me that Tim Curry is another actor in this film with a food-related name.
That's what. Yes.
Props for that.
Yeah.
But the audience has who it actually was, which is Meatloaf.
Oh. Yeah, the food thing. I was like, I mean, curry. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, that was my thought. I'm like, well, he made a
like, I don't
food
remember
reference.
dying. Like, I was like, it's been a while since I've seen it, but like, when did he die? Like, well, that was confusing.
Question 4. Just when you thought it was safe to look at the calendar again is the tagline to what 1981 comedy horror film?
Go ahead.
Nick?
I don't know. I know what you did last summer.
Alden?
Friday the 13th 2?
Jake?
Groundhog Day.
Comedy horror. That would be scary, though. I thought Groundhog Day.
Audience doesn't have anything. It is not Friday the 13th. It is Saturday the 14th.
Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck? How far did you dig in the goddamn annals of fucking B-rated film history to find that fucking movie? What are you talking about? There's no way. I'm looking this up too because it's insane.
From now on, I'm quitting after round 1.
All right. At the end of trivia, Jake has 9.5, audience has 15, Nick has 16, and Alden wins with 17.5.
Oh. I'll take it.
Rare Alden W.
What
Thanks,
the
Nick.
frick ever? What the frick ever?
You don't know the movie Saturday the 14th, Jake?
The
You could have given me the rest of my life, and I would not have guessed that title.
I wouldn't have either. Never fucking heard of it. I literally was like, through context clues, I was like, okay, Friday the 13th, but 2. That's like where my mind went.
But Groundhog's Day was a great guess.
Yeah,
If
but
that
like,
were considered horror.
Is Groundhog Day a horror movie?
I mean,
Might as well be. Might as well be. All right, we've got one more topic. Then we'll do let Nick rant for 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
I'm gonna put a timer on.
And then we'll go to funny times. This one is just an abomination to language.
Like colloquially.
Colloquially.
There, I got it.
You did it.
Dictionary.com reveals 6'7" is its 2025 word of the year.
What?
You gotta say it right. 6'7", and do that gesture.
What is that about?
Hate everything about it. I hate everything about it.
Old now.
Said that 6'7" is the 2025 word of the year. The annual pick serves as a linguistic time capsule reflecting social trends and global events that defined the year. So totally, I didn't hear of 6'7" until October 30th of this year.
Yeah, no, I didn't know.
So
it's been a thing for at least a year and a half.
Okay, well, it's absurd that this is. First of all, it's not a word. Why is the dictionary doing this to us? Let's see. Teachers and parents began hearing kids and teenagers use the term over the course of this year, and some say it can be interpreted as another way of saying so-so, or maybe this, or maybe that.
So as the show's Generation Z correspondent, I'm still...
correspondent. The Gen Z correspondent. That got me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm still way too much of an old fart to have ever come across this or know what it means. So I did some show prep, and I texted my sister who is in college, and it's like, sorry to bother you, but I need to know what 6'7" means.
I need to know. Give me the info, sis.
And she was
She wouldn't
like,
tell you.
She was like, It's just something that people say.
Give me the 411 on 6-7.
So here's this one paragraph of this article makes me so angry. The term 6-7, pronounced 6-7, never 67, has vast lore.
Vast.
It can be tracked back to Skrilla's 2024.
Vast, a year ago.
Dude. While others have linked it to NBA player LaMelo Ball, who is 6 feet 7 inches
So it's
tall.
vast, but it's not even known the origins, and it's only a year old at best. Like, motherfucker, this is fucking so stupid.
It can't have vast lore if it's less than 2 years old.
That's so stupid.
But if you go look and you see, you'll find it in places. Like if you go watch the Savannah Bananas game in Pittsburgh that Mr. B showed up to, so the night before I went, he was wearing a jersey with the number 6-7.
Whatever.
It's out there.
It's here. I don't
But you
care
gotta
if it's out
say
there now.
6-7.
No,
you gotta do the hand. You gotta do the hand gesture too.
I don't get it, man. I'm
I
sorry.
refuse.
I guess I'm old. I don't know.
And I hate it. I hate it.
That's dumb. And honestly, the whole thing, I'm not commenting on 6-7 as much as I am commenting on the goddamn dictionary.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah. No.
Is the dictionary going to put in like a colloquial like expression for everything, like under like the word like and heard and like fucking are we wait, legitimate question. Does dictionary.com have a word for 86, like restaurant lingo when you 86 when you cancel something or whatever, and this became a whole thing with the whole president, like the 86-40
47.
What I want to know is when is dictionary.com going to add a definition to the word grape that's a euphemism for the word grape?
No, as soon as they do, everything will get pulled off the internet that says the word grape.
So dictionary.com says 86. The fourth definition is
never pronounced
slang.
86, but
the fourth definition is slang, a customer considered undesirable or unwelcome and refused service at a bar or restaurant.
See, that's not even correct.
No.
I've fucking worked in a lot of bars and restaurants, and I've never said 86 that motherfucker. I've said 86 the fucking calamari. Like, that's gone. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's not, we're not offing people that we don't like.
And I just want to echo Alden's thing. I have no problem with new generations coming up with slang crap. What I have a problem with is dictionary trying to pass this off as some word of the year.
Because clearly they're not even good at it. They don't even
It doesn't even mean anything.
No.
They should have.
Just said it's just something people say.
And 1 year. You know how long it took the word ain't to fall into the dictionary? It wasn't 1 fucking year. And
You're right,
everybody said ain't. Jesus Christ.
They should have chosen skibbity instead.
They should have chosen skibbity instead. I would respect that more.
I would have preferred jism in my posism.
pull up the list of other contenders. Does the article show the list of other contenders? I know one article I saw did.
Let's see if it does. I mean,
one of the finalists I think was the word agentic because everyone is obsessed with AI doing things that it.
I think there was that. I think there was
all right. Other
maximum.
Terms. Here you go. Other terms that made the short list of finalists for this year's Word of the Year included agentic.
I forgot this is not just a new word, but word of the year. Sorry, I totally forgot that's where this started. That's insane. Not just a new edition.
Hang on. The next one's even worse. The next one's worse. I can't even say it without cracking up. Oh my gosh. Aura farming.
That should have been a spooktacular trivia word. Oh my God.
What is freaking aura farming?
I am just collecting category titles for future trivia.
Yes. Oh my God.
Another one.
Farming. I don't even know.
Another one was Gen Z stare.
Okay.
That's what I just do on this show every time I come on.
That's fair. Another one is over tourism. Okay.
Over tourism? What is that?
Yeah.
Like
places that
too
get
hard. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's places that get visited by too many people, and yeah. Anyway,
oh,
tariff. That would make sense.
That'd be a word of the year.
And the last one on this list is tradwife.
Nice.
That's base.
I'll say though, like when you're adding multiple words together, aura farming, tradwife, and calling it a word of the year.
Yeah,
that's a little bit annoying. Like like it should be
one
one word. Like
and not a number.
agentic is a single word.
I didn't even know. I
how
had
do you
to
feel-
look up tradwife. I had no idea what the fuck that was.
Nick, how do you feel about the word crosswalk?
Okay, that's an actual like compound word, not aura space farming.
What about
it's not?
What about butt fuck?
That's two words.
It's hyphenated.
Aura and farming are two words. Crosswalk is a known combination of it to get another word, right?
What about supercalifragilisticexpialidocious?
There's no space in it.
There we go. All right, y'all. The rule of thumb for dictionary.com, if they're taking advice from the internet, should be to just choose something that is one word
and don't
not
call
a number.
something that is 1 year old full of vast lore. That's obnoxious.
Yes. It's obnoxious and just a lie. Just like full on stupid lie about something so stupid to begin with that it's stupid squared. And I mean,
this is like the dictionary. If a year after this song came out, the dictionary was like, word of the year, Rack City. Like, and you're like, what? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, this is insane. We live in a weird fucking time, guys. We rolled the dice wrong. We live in the worst version of reality, the worst parallel universe that you could have chosen. That's where we are. We're in hell. This is actual hell.
Fair enough. All right. We are officially 1 hour 47 minutes into the show. Nick, you have 5 minutes for your rant against game wardens. Go.
Okay. So quick story time on this. I went out hunting, dove hunting on Labor Day back September, whatever it was. And, didn't really get anything on the day. It wasn't a great day out there. Probably too early for it, but I'm out there with my buddy. He leaves. I head out about an hour after him, walk back up to the truck, throw the tailgate down, put the gun in the case, close the case, put the tailgate up. As I do that, I see the game warden truck roll up the road and park off to the road. So I'm like, okay, he's gonna come up and license check me. Like one of them license checked me on the way in. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm so stand there. He rolls over. I give him my license. No problem there. After that he goes, well, first they got to quiz you like, what's your birthday and what's your address? Like, motherfucker, I know my birthday and my address. Right. I'm not retarded and I'm not out here like doing stupid shit. Right. There's only one thing open right now, and it is doves. And the only place, unless you have private land with a sunflower field to hunt doves, is out here on the game lands. And guess what? Everyone knows the wardens are sitting out here. Mm-hmm. Right. It's not the time or place to do anything fucking stupid. Right. So I'm about to head out, and he rolls up and I show him my license. Then he goes, all right, can I see the gun that you were using? And here's the problem is that game wardens in PA have powers that I am not completely aware of. Like they can go on private property to do stuff. Like there's a whole bunch of exemptions written into the law for game wardens versus like regular cops. So I do what I think is best, and I'm like, okay, I'm not doing anything. So, I didn't do anything. So what do? I go, all right. I open the tailgate. I pull the case out. I pop open the case. I go, all right, here's the shotgun I was using. He goes, all right, could you open the action for me? I pop open the action. I'm using an over-under. 2 shells pop out. I forgot to unload in my rush to, like, hey, I'm heading to Alaska in 3 days, and I got to get home for work, and I got a whole bunch on my mind. I forgot to unload it. And I'm thinking, okay, like I'm being cool with him, he's like, you've been in trouble, anything with us before? I'm like, no. So I give him my stuff and I'm like, okay, he's, we're being cool. He's going to be cool. And he's going to, whatever. I don't know what's going to happen, but he's going to go run my shit and see that I don't do anything. And we'll come back and things will be cool. Well, he comes back and he's like, of course there's nothing there, but he's like, all right, so that's going to be a citation. So in Pennsylvania, we have summary offenses, which are, below even what misdemeanors are. They're not even like technically crimes or whatever. But regardless, it's a $100 to $200 fine because this is like
For
the lowest.
it being loaded?
For a loaded firearm in a vehicle.
You're not allowed to have a loaded gun in a vehicle?
Pennsylvania law is really, really weird on this because firearm in a statute on what you can and can't conceal includes handguns, and also from doing my legal research, also includes SBRs and short barrel shotguns. So you could technically conceal those loaded in your car, but you can't if you have a license, which I do have a license to carry, but you can't have a
short barrel.
No. I'm saying like you could have a loaded short barrel shotgun or a loaded short barrel rifle in your car. If you have a license to carry, which I do.
Okay.
But you can't have a loaded long gun in your car whatsoever.
Weird.
And it's like one of those minor things that I'm like, okay, he's gonna, any normal person would be normal and be like, hey, don't do that again. Let's not do anything. Like you were like he admitted he knew I was surprised by it. Like I didn't think I had it loaded. It was whatever. So, he held off on filing it until I got back from vacation because I told him I was going to be in Alaska. And about a week later it came in the mail and I'm thinking, okay, well, fuck it. I'm going to plead not guilty and I'm going to drive the hour from my house out there and, see if he doesn't show up and I get out of it like it's a parking ticket, like it's a, speeding ticket. Well, motherfucker shows up, of course, go and see the magistrate. And I'm like, yeah, like I can't argue with the facts on this. I'm just looking for some fucking mercy on this. And like, this is dumb. And the magistrate's like, yeah, like I think it's pretty clear you didn't mean it. And it's this and that, but I'm going to have to find you guilty on it.
It's pretty clear you didn't mean it, but
he's like, and so we're gonna go with the minimum $100 fine. And
you should have just said he caught me before I even finished unpacking my gear. And like
they were body cameras. If I started saying shit like that, he'll pull the body camera. Right. So
were you in the driver's seat driving away? Like
no, I had just closed the tailgate. I saw him coming up, and so I'm parked over here in the grass. Maybe 30 feet from the road, and he pulls up on the road and pulls off on the left side. And when I say road, this is a fucking gravel road. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so he pulls off and I'm the only person up there. So I know he's going to come over and license check me. So instead of hopping in the car and trying to leave, I go, okay, I'm just going to show him my license because I've already been checked by someone. Like it's not a big fucking deal.
Right. All right. So what did the magistrate say?
Well, so he's like, well, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to find you guilty because it meets everything here, and you probably don't even need $100 fine, but that is the minimum. So, and you know what the most fucking infuriating part is? You want to guess how much the court fees on top of the fine are?
Court fees? How much?
The court fees were $104.
More than the fine.
Yes. How infuriating is that?
What is this fee for?
So bullshit.
Would you have had to pay the court fee even if you were found not guilty?
No.
Okay. Interesting.
So it's a loss fee. It's you lose. So here's
you
the
lose.
fee.
So like there's like some sort of EMS fee and this fee and that fee, and they just like throw all this shit in there. And yeah, the fees were literally higher than the fucking fine.
All right. Hilarious.
Wow.
So in
You have a loaded long gun in Georgia. I guess that's where my mind went now. But.
Yeah, I can't remember Georgia law on that. You probably can in Georgia. You can do a lot more in
You
Georgia.
can do all kinds of shit.
Because I think you can. I don't. Yeah, because everything's constitutional carry now.
Yeah.
But that's the frustrating part. Is like you would think, being a normal human being, you'd go and yes, game wardens to Gitmo, right? It's like, and that's maybe why I could never do the job, because like, he's out there, he's like, I'm racking up my tickets, and they give you the lecture on it's about safety. It's like, if it's about safety, what does charging me $100 fucking do?
Yeah.
Right. Like, it's clear that like, yeah, I messed up, and I was surprised by it. It's not like he admitted I was surprised to see it there, that it's very clear that I don't go doing, I unload my guns when I'm done. Right. Well, except the pistols that I keep, the pistol I keep in the truck, because I'm allowed to have that.
Right.
But yeah, you're talking about that, but there's a loaded gun in the truck already. Like,
yeah.
Right. That I'm legally allowed to have there. So
I don't understand the whole thing with the long gun, honestly, because like holding a long gun out, like in what, the heat of the moment or something like that, when you're allowed to have a loaded pistol anyway. I don't understand why one and not the other. I don't even get it.
And it's not even like, you can't even make that argument because it was in the bed of my truck. I can't get to the bed of my truck.
None of this makes sense. I don't understand. Yeah.
Right. It's so absurd. And it's one of those things that, like, a normal human being in normal interaction would be like, and that would be like, hey, don't be dumb, unload your guns so that, you don't mess up. You don't have an accident.
I
right?
thought game wardens were mostly just assholes when they were like, is your fish a quarter inch bigger than you said it was, or whatever? Like,
that was the funny part. So I was taking a class out at the gun range. I've been taking classes at this past weekend. It was a Stop the Bleed class.
Yeah.
And the instructors for that, the normal guy who did it, brought guys in from out east in Pennsylvania. Shout out to Green Mountain Defense. Those guys are cool as shit. I'm going to try to do their shotgun class in the spring.
Nice.
But
are you going to learn the isostatic pressure hold or whatever?
I don't know what it is, but they're like, we're going to teach you how to run shotguns for defense. And so, nice. But we were doing stop the bleed stuff, and I'm bullshit with the one instructor afterwards. He's like, yeah, we got this former game warden that comes shooting with us. He starts shooting. I'll stand there and he'll be like, Bob, he's got a fish that's a quarter inch too short, Bob.
That's straight up. That's what I'm so used to. I grew up in Florida, and that was the whole thing, was like, if it's they pinch the fins down, and if it's like a quarter inch too short or long or whatever, like, dude, they could like confiscate your boat and crazy things over the fin of a fish. Is insane.
That's insane.
So it's endlessly frustrating that like the laws are at this point where, instead of having some sort of understanding on it, like, don't be a dick and cite people who are being cool with you, and like, and
clearly didn't have the intention, and like haven't had any trouble before, and like, it's absurd. Oh, we have to do this because it's the minimum, so we have to. But we understand you didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah, we understand, and the magistrate even said, the magistrate was even like, and look, it's from, and he's like, and really, this is more, this whole law in this case is kind of about your own safety. You load it, you forget it's loaded, you unload it, you're handling it, and it goes off, and you're probably going to hurt yourself more than anyone else. It's like,
I don't need your protection, numbnuts.
Yeah,
I carry a loaded gun all the time. And the whole concept of having the rules of gun safety is that you treat a gun as if it's loaded all the time anyway.
Yes.
And so if you, again, adhere to the same rules of don't point it at anything you're not trying to destroy or whatever, don't put your finger on the trigger until you're trying to actually fucking fire the weapon, treat it always as loaded, and then whatever the fort, like where you're
know your surroundings,
based on there's different ways to word the other one. It's weird. There's like the velocity of the bullet till it comes to zero, whatever.
But that's the other thing, is that is when it comes to the gun safety rules, and break it, you shouldn't break any of them, but if you break one,
you're
okay. If you break one, you're generally okay. It's when you break two,
if you break two
bad
at
things
once,
happen.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's why there is to do that. And so, and again, you're allowed to have one loaded pistol on you, but you're apparently not allowed to have a loaded.
He's telling me that, and I'm not even bothering to say, well, there's a loaded pistol in the truck too. Like,
there's a loaded pistol here, like
Yeah, there's one actually right behind your head. Like,
I didn't say that. Yeah, but no.
Whoa, Jake! I didn't know someone was trying to take your SNAP benefits away.
But it's shit like this that and like everyone I talk to kind of has the PA game wardens are dickheads, right? This is the kind of shit they do because they don't have anything else going on. And so, this is typical game warden behavior, which is like, okay, you want to grow up and be a dickhead your whole, RoboCop douchebag your whole life. And, he tries to be nice, but also at one point he was trying to be nice today when we're talking beforehand because we're sitting in the waiting room together. And it's also like, dude, like you're the whole reason I'm out here. Like,
Stop playing.
Man,
that's infuriating. And
like when and the most infuriating part, and I've told you this, is after we go through the whole thing in the field there, and I'm about to, and I'm about to leave and whatever. He goes, I'm sorry we had to meet under these circumstances.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You created the circumstances, douchebag.
Yeah.
It was your creation.
And like I know the like had this been any cop anywhere, it's like, no, I'm not opening the back of my truck. Like I have a tonneau cover on the back. It's the gate's closed, you can't see what's in it.
Yeah.
And like, but
it's even crazier that it's a truck and not like an SUV or a car.
You can't reach it from.
You literally can't even get to it while you're driving. Like that's insane. That's insane.
So that's my rant. But like this is the legal system in America these days is that like, hey, we're gonna go after this stupid shit and it's gonna be $100 and it's gonna it's like.
I've been looking into getting into hunting more now. I've been fishing all my life and I've never really like gone like hunting for deer or whatever. And this is the kind of thing that has kept me from it for a while, is the weird hurdles and the things to know. And I've moved states so many times that it gets really confusing when you keep changing states. But anyway, I don't know.
It's not usually complex. It's the fact that like there's a ton of, because, and I was doing reading and like this falls under like, so PA law is so weird with this because it's like, if under PA law it says if you have a gun in the car, if you don't have a license and you have a gun in the car, it can be a 3rd-degree felony or something. If you have a gun in the car and you are eligible to have a carry license, then it's like a low misdemeanor. But if you're hunting, going to and from the shooting range, like a whole bunch of these exemptions, then like you're okay. Then you're fine to have it, except like, and then like you can have everything if you're, if you have a license to carry. Like it's really, really bizarre and really weird.
Yeah.
And
right,
like,
we got to move on.
Yeah.
I got to get out of this booth in -3 minutes. So
we're
gonna get through the funny times real quick. But if you see a game warden, don't open your trunk unless he has a warrant. That's the
that's the thing is that I don't know in PA if I had to or not, and that was the problem, because there's a very good chance that like PA law would say that you have to because you were out hunting and he has to be able to see what you were using or something.
But you were done hunting, so he shouldn't have.
I know, and that's why I was in a very weird, sketchy place, and I need to talk to a lawyer and figure out what I actually have to and don't have to do.
Yep. So I guess the moral of the story is know what you have to and don't have to do with law enforcement when doing basically anything.
Like, yeah, any other cop, it would have never happened. It would have been like, no, I'm not opening anything.
Yep.
But
all right, y'all. Head on over to peacefulc.network. Check out all of our other shows on the network. Subscribe, like, share this show. And we're going to wrap up with some funny videos and then let y'all go for the night. Here's the first one.
Staring at me.
What?
Cotton 4K, champ.
You got ring lights, did you?
I'm trying to document my fitness journey. Instead, I'm documenting creeps like you.
I'm gonna finish up over there. Good luck with
You
everything.
wish you could handle all this.
Okay. All right.
Sicko.
Whoa, why were you just staring at me?
Are you being serious right now?
Save it, dude.
Oh.
It's all going on my day in the life gym vlog.
You brought a camcorder to the gym? Why would you do
Because
that?
I'm trying to document my fitness
That's
journey.
like from the 90s, dude.
Instead, I'm documenting creeps like you.
Okay, look, miss.
This is where we're at in today's day and age.
Why were you staring at me?
I wasn't staring at
Save it. It's all going in the documentary.
You say documentary? Camera
speed.
Okay, punch it in for a close-up on the creep.
And that's when I knew it was time to switch gyms.
You brought a cameraman and a sound guy to the
I
gym.
wanted to make a Netflix documentary about my fitness journey, but instead I'm filming it about creeps like you!
Just let me leave the gym in peace.
Sicko. Scumbag.
You disgust me.
This is going in my photo collage. This is going in my home videos.
And this is going in my scrapbook.
This is going in our movie.
And so our story concludes with this creepy little lurking loser not learning his lesson.
You brought a film crew and a film director to the gym?
He's won 3 Oscars.
You're gonna get a lot of work in this business, pal. You're playing the creep. This is gonna sell out everywhere.
Just let me leave the gym in peace! Why were you just staring?
Perfect.
That's
All right, video number 2. And just a second.
Wait a minute, was that video AI generated?
No, it was not. Those are
Okay,
real.
okay, go back and look at the fingers.
So it's not AI generated. Half of these people I know are fitness folks.
Okay, I just
So-
got a bad feeling about the fingers.
It's that kind of absurd behavior, though, that you
He
get.
just
Like,
has weird fingers, yeah.
who's the guy that goes on
His
and calls
weird
out all
cool
these
hands,
people
dude.
acting up in the gym with their filming?
This guy, Joey Swole.
The Joey Swole, that's him.
Yep.
Yeah, I
That's
like
why
that.
you'll have to forgive me because I'm getting super paranoid about everything I see on
That's
Instagram
fair.
possibly
Yeah.
being AI generated.
That didn't.
The clankers are winning,
on
Zane.
that one, but
All right, here we go. Next video.
I was wondering if you'd like to purchase a no soliciting sign. Put myself out of business. $4.
That's fucking
Would you like a
funny.
no trespassing sign?
No, thank you.
Are you sure?
I'm good. Thank you.
May I interest you in a no soliciting sign?
I would love a no soliciting sign.
It's $5.
No, I'm good. Thank
Oh,
you. Soliciting, no soliciting sign.
yeah.
Gotcha. No, I'm good. I appreciate
May I
it.
interest you in a no soliciting sign?
I don't think I need one.
Do you like people like me showing up to your door?
It's okay. I don't mind every once in a while, you know.
And do you want a no trespassing sign?
I don't need anything. I'm good, man.
Do you need a no soliciting sign then if you don't need anything?
I'm all right.
Would you like to buy a no soliciting sign? Just $4.
$4.
Yeah, no, this will never happen to you again.
That's a good sell. I like that. I don't have any cash.
I take Venmo.
Yeah.
Cash App.
If you want a no soliciting sign,
This will never happen to you again, man. Also have a no trespassing sign if you wish for me to leave.
what do you know? Get a fire.
Thank you for your business, man.
Okay.
I was just wondering if you'd like.
Such
That's
a good
hilarious.
premise for a
Dude,
video.
that got me. That is like such a weird little paradox loop that I want to live in for forever. That's hilarious.
I love the fact he made a sale.
I love that too. So good.
That's
To
fantastic.
stop people like me from coming around.
If
All right.
you want me to leave, here's the no trespassing
Right.
sign. It's like such a loophole. It's perfect.
All right, here's I think this is the guy who did the Jeffrey Epstein Donald Trump statue in front of the Capitol building.
Politician ever says it's not that simple. What they're saying is someone has a video of me having sex with a child. And if we know that's not the case, the only other option is someone paid me to do the opposite and I already spent the money. So those are really the only two options why rational things can't happen. Shouldn't there be accountability for politicians? I think if you're a politician and you steal tax dollars, you should be castrated on live TV before they do the Powerball numbers. Wouldn't that make a change? Hey, in the Middle East, if you steal something, they cut your hands off. Guess what? You can't do more than twice in the Middle East. That's right, steal things. So it's like, I think every politician should be a 24-hour streamer and their bank accounts should be transparent. And then the politicians go, oh, but you know, that's a really high standard for the job. That's really hard. Oh, really? Is it too hard to run the world? Is that tough? I heard Uber Eats is hiring if you want something more chill. But like, yeah, why should it not be a terribly hard job to run the whole world. Why are we making it easier and easier? They're not even working this week. If a
They're not even working.
All right, here. This guy was going to be my nomination for Drunkard of the Week, but here you go.
Can you explain how the cup snake begins?
Oh, for sure, Stevie. First off, I want to say hi to my mom, Kelly Johnson, my family, James, Allie, Jim. Love you guys.
James and Jim.
Snake starts 6th, 7th inning. Everyone's got a few beverages in. Someone stands up and goes, "Give me your cups. Give me your cups." You see a snake form up in the beginning. Everyone throws the cups. Now what? Was the 8th inning? 9th inning?
7.
Basically,
Yeah.
Basically, all the way up. That's how it forms. Pretty simple.
Can you explain how?
What is it? 8th inning, 9th inning? It's the
7th.
7th. Basically
8th inning. It's fantastic. This man is hammered.
Oh, it's so good. But he's explaining it so thoroughly. It's great.
He's into it, man.
All right.
He believes in it.
Final one of the night. I believe, after doing a small amount of research, I believe this is actually a job. In this, I forget which country this is now, but I think this is actually a job. So enjoy.
Llegó el bachatero. Dale para atrás también. Se le está dando
Can clear the crosswalk.
Dale para atrás, Dale para atrás, Déjame pasar ese alivio para que la gente pueda pasar. Dale para atrás. Todo el espíritu de que se pare mal, lo reprendemos en este momento. Reprendemos todo el espíritu de pararse mal. Lo reprendemos. Todo el espíritu. Dale para atrás, que eso es para la gente. Dale para atrás, que eso es para la gente. Ok, dale para atrás, que eso es para la gente.
I love this comment.
Si tú quieres, no obligado.
Language comprehension 0%.
La vida no es fácil, Giuseppe. La vida no es fácil, es uno que la pone difícil. Tú pones la más difícil en el paso de cebra ahí. Dale para atrás.
This guy needs to be in movies.
40 hours.
He's a stuntman.
Oh, that's
That
hilarious.
is so stinking good. Like, I would definitely get that job.
This reminds me of something, a story I've got to tell you after the show or some other time. But
Perfect. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the very end of the show. We really appreciate it. Yeah, got nothing else to say. Go to PeacefulSea.network. Check out the shows. Go to The Great Create in Ackworth, Georgia. Go to thegreatcreate.org. Get your tickets. It is a week from Saturday.
Get a Zane autograph.
November 8th, I believe, is the date. So go check it out. It's a full day event. It's fantastic.
I have something
cannot
to say.
recommend it enough. What's up, Alden?
I have to pee.
Okay. You can do that on camera if you want to get us
Oh, yeah,
more
all right.
viewers,
Yeah.
or you can wait till the credits.
There's no toilet here. There's just a hole in the ground, but I can pee in that. Like,
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
If it'll get us more views, I'm up for it.
I mean, you got a window. You can use that too.
Yeah, that's
yeah, 2 stories. It'll splatter a lot.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week on Liberty Libations.